Hello everyone, it's Lisa Ann from Lisa Ann Tarot. This is a Twin Flame Soul Contract energy check-in for the week. The week of, I guess it's May 13th, but these messages are timeless, so anytime you're drawn to watch this video is when you're supposed to hear the messages that are bringing forward. So we're going to go over the theme, the energy of the connection, where the counterparts are, some future energies, and then some words from spirit. So the first card I drew is the super moon. Emotions are running high. That is going to be the theme for this week. So what this card symbolizes is that if you're wondering about how successful or how things are going with your connection, this is coming to tell you that it's going very well. Even though you might not see movement, you might not be in communication right now, it may seem like there really isn't anything going on, but behind the scenes there's a lot going on. It tells us that there are opportunities everywhere, so make sure you're paying attention. Success is close, so you have to trust the journey. Your resolution is closer than you think, and exciting and better times are ahead. So the overall theme of this week is that emotions are running high. There is a lot going on, and now is not the time to give up. Now is the time to sort of dig your heels in and really trust what is going on. So current energies of the connection, we have Seeker. So the Seeker card is about somebody looking for answers. It's about, both counterparts right now are really going within and really looking at who they are, how they're living, how they want things to be. As you all know, this is not so much a love story, but this is a lot of hard work. So they're really looking at their lives and how they're going to align themselves. Cards of confirmation for that, we have surrender. So part of what both counterparts have to do when you get to this point in the game is that you have to let go of expectation. You have to let go of your notion of how things are going to come about, because union in what you think union is, or coming together, what it's going to be like coming together with your counterpart, it might not be exactly the way it's going to happen. So you have to sort of surrender to that, and let go of any grasp that you have on a certain outcome, and kind of let everything happen as it's supposed to happen. And then we have ascending. So yes, this is a week of huge changes. There's a ton of downloads coming down for a lot of people. There's people awakening. Unawakened twins are being fast tracked. The awakened twin is having to process all of those things. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of ascending, a lot of leveling up happening. Bottom of the deck for the connection is waiting and patience. So that's your overall theme. Stuff is going on, emotions are running high, but the outcome is so close and you have to trust it. Waiting is a hard game, and having patience is the biggest lesson of all. But this is what we need to do this week, is really navigate these energies and have patience and trust and just wait for it, because it's coming. We look at where the Divine Feminine is right now. We have the Seven of Cups and the Magician and the Page of Pentacles. So right now the Divine Feminine is going through a lot of confusion. There's a lot going on in her life. There's things don't seem like they're moving forward with her connection. She's really confused. She's processing not only her emotions and her feelings and healing her wounds, but she's also taking on her counterparts' emotions and wounds and healing, and they're doing this together. So it is a confusing time because there are times where you don't know what you feel, which way you're going. You're up and then you're down. But she's very much in the magician's energy, so she has to make sure that she watches her thoughts because she's manifesting at a very rapid rate. And she's also really looking for a solid offer from her masculine. So if they're in separation or they're not in communication right now, she's really wanting him to come back with, something good, something she can hold on to. Don't come back correct, if you're going to come back at all. So I asked to clarify the Page of Pentacles, and I'm like, well, what is this solid offer about? Excuse me. And we get the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is about victory. A lot of readers read this with the laurel wreath on here as an engagement or a commitment or an offer of a commitment. But this is about, victory, coming around out of bad times into good times, victorious. And then we also got the Queen of Pentacles. So that's about being in your power, but being solid, being financially sound, being independent. What's the word? Fertile. Really making things happen. So she's coming into this Queen of Pentacles energy, through this week. So things are really starting to, even though they're churning, they're going to settle, and she's going to come into her power. Bottom of the deck for her is Wheel of Fortune. So this is about karmic cycles. This is about cycles coming to an end, about the divine kind of turning that wheel and ending cycles. So she's closing out some karmic cycles. She's going to end up at the end of the week in this Queen of Pentacles energy. So a message from her to the Divine Masculine is about forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So that's a nice message. So where is the Divine Masculine at? The Divine Masculine right now is in the Seven of Pentacles. He's really kind of taking inventory on his life. He's really examining how he is, how he's living, how he wants to live. He's really thinking about his feminine and their connection and how he's going to kind of make things work. We have the Temperance card, so he's really looking for balance. He's looking for balance with his emotions. He's looking for balance within himself and in his life. And Temperance is also about patience. It's about waiting. So things, he's kind of gone within to do this soul searching and kind of putting things on hold while he finds this balance. While he's working on this, he's also in the Eight of Swords energy. So this is also about being in a feeling of self-doubt, of sort of being in self-imprisonment with his own thoughts. So he's kind of struggling a little bit with really finding this balance. So I asked about this Eight of Swords energy, and I got the Tower. So the Tower is about a big shift coming, a big change. It feels to me like once he realizes with the Seven of Pentacles what it is he truly wants, finds the balance between it in his emotions within himself, that there's going to be a big shift. And then we get the Four of Wands, which is about victory. It's about like really coming to the end and really being proud of yourself on where you've come from. Bottom of his deck is Justice. So he wants to make things right. He might have been feeling, looking back and feeling about how he's acted in the past, or things, the way things went down between him and his feminine, how they're in separation, but they really don't want to be. So he really wants to balance the scales and bring justice to this connection. His message to the feminine right now is it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing focus on another, now is the time to give yourself. So that's really what he's doing right now, is he's taking a step back. He's spending time alone. He's going, making, really reviewing his life, finding his balance, so that he can have this big shift and come out victorious to get justice. So this is going to be a big week for the masculines. Future energies of the connection. 2 cards came out. So we have the journey and we have suspension. So future energies, and this is possible future energies. This is, near future. But there's going to be a holdup in the action between these 2 people while they work some of this out, while they come into better alignment and they temper their emotions and get a better grip on themselves. And the journey is all about, this is what it's all about. This is the journey. This is about coming whole within yourself so that you can come back together. You cannot come into alignment with your counterpart if you still have things out of alignment. So you need to take this time to really focus on what needs to be healed and really focus on being a whole person before you can actually come together with somebody else and make it work. So we have a lot of mirroring going on between the 2 counterparts, mostly because they are processing the same emotions and they are healing the same wounds. They are both releasing karmic cycles. So they're both, pretty much doing their work. They're really going within and looking. They're both experiencing signs and synchronicities that everything is well and things are happening as they should be. So you have to pay attention to that. Just like our supermoon told us, is you have to, really be aware of things happening, because you're getting signs all over the place that things are okay. So you really have to trust the journey, trust the universe that it has your back, and this is really going to happen. Let go of any expectation or anything that's really weighing you down and really causing you pain, because that's not what this is about. It's not about pain. And then we have devotion. So you really have to buckle down right now at this time with the energies where they are and really dig your heels in. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to, sort of walk away. It's about unconditional love. It's about loving somebody no matter what happens or what comes around, being thankful that you have a twin, because not everybody does. So if you're in this situation, you really have to stop and switch your focus and really be grateful for the things that you do have. Just because you don't have the things that you want right now doesn't mean you won't get them. So words of wisdom from Spirit, we have soulmate. So yes, this is about a soulmate connection. This is a twin flame soulmate connection. So if you are questioning it, if you're like, and we do go through that at times, like, really, what am I doing? Like, what if I'm not right? What if this isn't? What if? Stop questioning it, because this is exactly what you think it is. And then we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking steps you're guided to take. So having patience, doing the waiting, going within and doing your work, giving each other space, all that is worth it. That is all part of the effort. It's all part of doing the work and doing what you're supposed to do. And, waiting for things to happen in divine timing. And it's, you're being guided at every step. So you really do have to pay attention to messages and signs and synchronicities. And lastly, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So, much like the Magician card, Manifesting, the first rule of law of attraction is you get what you put out. So if you start to, you know, talk bad about your masculine, or you start to doubt your connection, or, you know, curse this journey, it's going to get more difficult because that's what you're drawing to yourself. If you open your heart up and put love out there and really accept what this is, you get that positivity back, and things, you know, start falling into place. So messages from Spirit to wrap this up. They want you to imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for life. So let go of the negative thoughts, let go of any, you know, anything that's holding you down or holding you back. You need to clear out space because good things are coming. And then only time will tell. So this week coming up, we're having patience and we're waiting, and we're just trusting that good things are coming. And if you really tune in to your intuition and tune into your body, you can feel it. You can feel the vibration. You can feel the excitement building that something is coming around the corner. It's just a matter of waiting for the right time for that to come. So I hope you enjoyed this reading for this week. I do offer personal readings. You can contact me, my website, or on Facebook. The links are in the bio. And stay tuned to this channel for more readings. Thank you. Have a good night.